Hello friends, Jennifer here on Maker Farm. It is a beautiful autumn here in Michigan this year. The days are shorter, the leaves are turning, the air feels crisper. It's definitely a chilly morning today, and the golden autumn light makes everything seem magical. It is just so beautiful. And every year, this beauty reminds me that this is a season of gathering, not just food or crops, but beauty itself. Because beauty isn't something we have to chase or even create. It's all around us, waiting to be noticed, gathered, and kept close through the months ahead. So let me ask you, what do you find beautiful? And are you gathering it close to you to prepare for the months ahead? So here on the farm, I'm really noticing all of the beautiful things this autumn. The bright greens of summer have faded into gold and rust and soft brown. The birds are more active again. We've seen our bluebirds and blackbirds flying about again. I can hear the bluebirds right over there in the wetlands singing. And the air smells earthy, like leaves and wood smoke. And the light feels different too. Some mornings there's a mist hanging low over the fields. And just a few weeks ago, the marigolds were full and the tomatoes were heavy on the vines. Now it's time to gather what's left and let the land rest. We've had a soft frost already here in Michigan, and I've been harvesting everything we can, like these delicious sweet potatoes. We ended up with so many sweet potatoes this year. I've gathered them all up into this sweet little wicker cabinet that Greg bought me for my birthday, so they have good ventilation and stay dry. I want to enjoy their sweetness for as long as we can. But here's what I've learned. Gathering isn't really about collecting stuff. It's more about slowing down long enough to notice what matters to you. Maybe that's a handful of acorns from a walk or the walnuts that fell from your tree. We have discovered so many walnut trees on the farm, and we've been collecting them so we can have our own walnuts this year. Look at this cool thing Greg found to help us pick up all the walnuts. Isn't it neat? It's perfect for gathering. We'll let these walnuts ripen a bit more and then remove the husks so they can cure. Or maybe you want to gather something completely different. A recipe your grandmother used to make, or a note to yourself about what went right this year. Those are things worth keeping too. They remind you that progress isn't just in what you grow, but in what you learn to appreciate. I love to save seeds, and I've been collecting milkweed, coneflower, and black-eyed Susans this week. Milkweed in particular is growing naturally all over our farm, and I've been harvesting the pods when they turn brown, but before they split open and all their seeds fly away on the breeze. If you pick the pods at just the right time, you can reach inside to remove everything and carefully pull off the dark brown seeds. Then just store the seeds and keep them dry to be planted next year. We're hoping to make a special milkweed plot in our garden next year to host many more butterflies and pollinators. When I save seeds, I'm not just thinking about next year's garden. I'm thinking about continuity, about keeping something going that once brought me so much joy and trusting it will do so again. You could do the same thing, even if you don't garden. You can gather moments, lessons, and small victories, anything that will help you grow again when the light returns. And the light in autumn has such a different quality. It's golden, angled, almost nostalgic. This time of the year reminds me of when I was in high school and doing things like working on floats for parades, doing crafts with my aunt and my mom. And it always is a really warm memory. I love it. And when the light streams through the windows of the studio, I find myself just stopping. And if I'm honest, Stopping is not easy for me. I'm really used to doing, not just sitting. But there's something deeply creative about stillness. It's in that quiet where new ideas often appear. So my advice to you, if you feel restless or if your mind won't stop jumping to the next task, let yourself do one thing slower than usual today. Just one thing. Pour your tea or coffee and actually watch the steam rise. Fold a blanket, feel its weight, and appreciate how it comforts you. This blanket Greg bought me for my birthday. It's so beautiful. I love the autumn colors. Small, ordinary things done with intention can reset your whole day. Creativity isn't always born out of productivity. Sometimes it's just born out of presence. When I step outside and look toward the studio this time of the year, it feels like it belongs here more than ever. The red siding against the colorful trees behind it, the cupolas glowing with warm light. It's just so beautiful, and I'm so grateful for it. The studio is quiet right now, but it is a calm before the creative storm. I know this will not last long. Soon it will be bustling again as we dive into the fun of our holiday projects. We have so many fun things that we're planning to do this holiday season, and I can't wait to share them with you. For now, I'm using this pause to rest, to recover, and to simply enjoy this space that I dreamed of building for so long, before the lights, the laughter, and the making begin again. If you have a creative space, even just a cozy corner somewhere, autumn is the perfect time to make it warm and welcoming to you. Add a soft pillow, a blanket, maybe a favorite thing that you've made. Let it be a place that holds your calm now and your excitement for what's coming next. And when the weather turns, because I have a feeling it's going to snow early this year, I like to bring a few pieces of the season inside, not just to decorate, but also to remember. A stem in a jar, a few pretty leaves, the acorns that remind me of the squirrels in the woods who are so busy this time of the year. You really don't need much. The goal isn't to copy someone else's version of cozy. It's to make a space that feels grounded and real to you. If you're someone who spends your days caring for others or juggling too many responsibilities, this matters more than you might think. Having even one small corner that reminds you of beauty of the season can change the tone of your whole day. I set out several of our autumn projects from over the years to remind us of all the beautiful things that we've made and all the beautiful things that are yet to come. I recently acquired this pretty little hutch from someone who no longer needed it, but it can have a good home here at our studio. I filled it with little treasures of the season, things that have been given to me in love, like this beautiful glass pumpkin that Greg gave me, this pretty candle my mother gave me, and this basket full of seeds my team gave me this year for my birthday. Aren't they just so sweet? Now, we can't control much in this world, but we can choose what we gather around us. And that's often enough to make a house feel like a sanctuary. Every year, autumn reminds me that the world doesn't need constant effort to keep being beautiful. The leaves don't struggle to change, they just do, every year, like clockwork. The fields don't apologize for resting, they just let go. Maybe this season is asking you to do the same, to let go of what's finished, to keep what's meaningful, and to trust that rest is part of the process. If you've been feeling behind or uninspired lately, as I know many of you tell me you do, this is your chance to gather what's still good to you, even if it's just something small. Write down the things that helped you this year. Save the recipes you loved. Keep the photos that remind you of simple joy. Those are your seeds for next season, the things that will sprout again when the time is right. As the sun sets and the light fades, I always feel a mix of gratitude and relief. There's peace in knowing you don't have to keep everything going, just what's worth keeping. And maybe that's what gathering beauty really means, choosing to notice the good, even as things change. So as you move through your own autumn, whether that's in your home or your heart, take the time you need to gather beauty where you find it. Hold on to it gently and let it carry you until the light returns. Thank you so much for spending this beautiful autumn day with me. Until next time, this is JenniferMaker, reminding you to craft a life you love.